And you better talk to me nicely. Next to blow, little bitch, I might be. Can't forget all the days they overpriced.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into yet another video. My name is Shayla and I am located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today we're going to do just a classic simple retwist. My client here, she has been coming to me for about 1 year. I did not start her locks, but I have been maintaining them just fine. With every client, I always place product at the back of my client's nape. As you can see here, I'm just going through cleaning up those parts and about to jump right into the retwist. Right here, I'm just going to grab down with the comb and spin for about 2 to 3 times and then give it a palm roll, just literally like 2 or 3 times as well. Nothing too major. I know when I first started, I struggled with getting my retwist as flat as possible. And with time, I learned that it's just all in the comb. If you don't prefer a comb, you can do this at home with your fingers as well. As you can just see here, I'm just going through clipping the new growth from where I just retwisted just to make sure that that is in place and laying flat. I know this is very weird, but when I first started twisting locks, for the life of me, I could not figure out my clip placement. And my best advice to anyone is that everything isn't going to work for everyone. As you can see here, I am using clips simply only because she is getting a retwist only. If she was to get a style, I don't particularly like to use clips. I prefer to use no clips, but with time, you will find a rhythm or what works best for you, but you do not have to use clips. I'm only using them in this video because, again, she's only getting a retwist only. And as you can see, I'm just going to continue to clean up my client's parts. I don't use scissors or anything like that. You can literally use the teeth, the fine teeth part of your comb, just to go through and just to remove those excess hairs to get the parts as clean as possible. And when you're scooping down with your comb, you're going to scoop down. I retwist to the right if you're left-handed. Some people retwist to the left. You just literally take the comb downwards, spin for about 2 to 3 times, give it a palm roll, and clip it, and you're done. My advice for anyone that's just starting or wanting to do locks or even just maintaining your own locks, when it comes to clean parts, it literally just takes time. When I first started, my parts were not super clean. Honestly, I still stand room to allow my parts to be cleaner. My advice is just to take your time when you're servicing a client. Don't rush. Don't feel like you have to rush. Just take your time and put your best foot forward to make sure that you are doing the best that you can do. If you're doing your hair yourself, I always preach this. Never try to do it in a rush or when you have to go somewhere. You have to allocate time for yourself just to mess up, regroup, or fix anything that you may mess up on while you're doing your hair. So my advice for clean parts or just a clean retwist is just to take your time. You'll get the speed with time as you constantly are doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's finding a rhythm that works best for you. As you can see right here, I have my client's hair up. I also have on a product band. I found that when I don't have a product band and I'm constantly having to reach over to my station to get product, it just eats up time, and it's just something that helps me save time still to this day. Another tip is that I do like to use the larger clips. It just helps with time again. The smaller clips are great. I still use those as well. But the larger clips, you're able to just hold on to a lot more locks in those clips. And as you can see, my client's retwist is coming along beautifully. I can honestly say she has been on top of her maintenance. She comes regularly every 4 weeks. We just recently transitioned to moving her appointments 6 weeks out, so that way she can ensure she has new growth to be twisted. There is such thing as getting retwist too often. And as you can see, her locks are maturing beautifully, which is why we moved to the 6-week regimen for her appointments. And I'm just constantly going through her head, cleaning up those parts, twisting to the right, and just giving a slight palm roll, placing a clip, and moving on to the next lock. I know with starting locks now, there's so much information out there. As stated there, you can get your hair retwisted too often. As you can see, my client, I believe she's 1 year in. She might be 2 years in. I really want to say it's 1 year. When you move towards that 1 year mark, you don't necessarily have to get your hair retwisted every 4 weeks. As stated, she's on a 6 week plan. When you are in that starter lock phase, it is very important to get your hair retwisted at least every 4 weeks, because you want to prevent unraveling and just all other issues that can also happen. Another tip that I do also encourage some of my clients to do as well, if they feel comfortable with doing so, is that it is completely okay to wash your hair before you come back in for your service appointment. In my services, you will always get the shampoo, but in between your appointments, it is completely fine to wash your hair. The type of product you use also does play a part in how your retwist or styles comes out as well. It is in the technique, but honestly, your product matters as well. You want to make sure that if you're doing your own retwist, or if you're being serviced by someone doing your retwist for you, you want to make sure that you're not getting any beeswax, any black gel, or anything that's like honey, anything that could be harmful or damaging to your hair. No, what's the thing? No Jamaican lime, because those things are like hoarders for lint, and it can also cause buildup. And I do know this video is going fairly fast. Like I said, I'm just not getting into the YouTube game. However, I know when I first started off doing locks, I had a ton of questions about how to make my styles lay, how to make my retwist last. I had a ton of questions. So with me stepping into this realm of social media, trust and believe, I do plan on doing more videos, more in-depth videos. But if you guys would like to see a slowed down version of me up close, zoomed in on a client's scalp directly on how to do retwist, just comment below and I'll be sure to do so. But like I said, this is just my way of giving back, because when I first started out in the game, I had a whole bunch of questions and I was just everywhere trying to learn, everything that I could, so that way I could make sure that I was the type of loctician that I aspired to be one day. Again, just placing product at the back of the hair. I never take down more locks than I intend on retwisting at that time. Just repositioning, putting all the hair up and out the way, so that way I can ensure that I'm cleaning up my client's parts as best as I can. Again, same technique, cleaning up those parts, scooping down at an angle, twisting to the right, palm rolling, clipping, moving on to the next lock. And I do believe with the wash included, this total service was, I want to say it was like an hour and 30 minutes. And that also came with time. Again, when I first started, it took me like 3-4 hours just to do a retwist. So again, I've only been doing locks for 3 years, and I'm able to service this client right here, wash, retwist, and her dryer time in an hour and 30 minutes. So practice does make perfect. Don't give up on yourself. Even if you're doing it yourself at home, don't give up on yourself. Practice makes perfect, and with time you just get faster and faster and faster. If you're doing your locks yourself, you learn your own head. If you're doing clients' hair, you learn each individual client's head, and you learn what techniques and what methods works best for you, so that way you are able to still provide quality, but to also be mindful of your time as well. Also, if you guys have any specific type of videos that you would like to see, comment below so that way I can make sure that I get those videos out for you guys. Again, just comment below and I'll make sure that you guys do get those videos. My client did request some lock jewelry, so you're just seeing me add a few pieces. And again, this is her after the dryer. Her retwist came out beautifully. Her hair looks gorgeous. As you can see, she got the inches for sure. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you on the next video. And also go check out the other videos on my channel. Thanks.